Bitcoin is falling to the 62,000. We can see Bitcoin is breaking a lot of levels. Are we going to crash further back down, or are we going to see a bounce for Bitcoin? I will tell you everything about that later in this video. So keep watching this video all the way to the end, because Bitcoin might see a big reversal coming soon. So slap up that like button, follow me on Twitter, and let's dive right into the charts. Bitcoin had the CME gap at the $64,000. We opened this CME gap at Friday, and we can see Bitcoin didn't close it right now, because before the Sunday close we can see a big drop for Bitcoin all the way to the $62,000. Of course, this doesn't look very good for Bitcoin, but the CME gaps always tend to be closed. So maybe we can see a bounce back up and close the CME gap. But for now we have to be a little bit more bearish, because we can see a big dump for Bitcoin right now. And if we have a look at the 4-hour time frame, we can see Bitcoin fell below this big consolidation falling wedge pattern on the 4-hour time frame. We can see multiple touch points on the top side as resistance, and we can also see multiple touch points on the downside as support. And yeah, currently we are breaking down from this falling wedge formation on the 4-hour time frame, and it is very bearish. Of course, we want to see Bitcoin is going to back into this falling wedge and eventually see a break to the top side. But for now we have to aim for lower levels, and we can maybe aim for this section of on the 4-hour time frame. And this will be the first big support for Bitcoin, and that's around the $62,000. But for now, yeah, it looks very bearish if you ask me. And also, if we have a look at the horizontal support levels, we broke below this support level around the $64,000. And now we have to aim for our lower levels, and I posted this on my Twitter last week. If we see a break of this support area, then we have to aim for lower levels around the $62,000. And the first big support area will be around this level, because we can also see multiple touch points in the past as resistance and support. We can see here support and some other touch points in the past as support. And yeah, for now we can maybe aim for this lower level, and that will be around the $60,500. So this will be a very interesting place to accumulate more Bitcoin for the long term, of course, because if we are going to this level, I expect that we are going to see a bounce. But of course, if we fall below this level, yeah, then maybe the bull market is even over, and we can aim for lower levels, and then we need to prepare ourselves for a bear market. And also the Bitcoin ETF inflows from last week were very bearish. We can see a lot of outflows happening in the last week. Today it's Monday again, so the US markets will be open again. And yeah, maybe we can see some bullishness coming into the markets. And last week we saw a huge dip for Bitcoin, and we can see the Bitcoin ETFs kept on selling. So we can see the Bitcoin ETFs are more like retail money, because they are selling in the dip. And the last thing you will do is selling the dip, because you want to buy the dip. And if Bitcoin is going back up, then we will see a lot of inflows in the Bitcoin ETF, I expect, because they will eventually buy at the top again. There are also some bullish signals for Bitcoin. We can see this huge bullish divergence playing out on the daily time frame for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is creating a higher low, but on the RSI we can see Bitcoin is creating a lower low, and this indicates a bullish divergence for Bitcoin. This could indicate a very bullish move for Bitcoin next, because we can see the selling pressure is cooling off, and maybe we can see a bounce from the RSI, and that will also indicate that we're going to see a bounce for Bitcoin in the chart. But for now we have to be a little bit patient, but this bullish divergence could indicate that we are going to see a bullish move next. And I've also been talking about this very interesting resistance on the daily time frame for Bitcoin, and when Bitcoin can revisit this resistance on the top side, we can maybe aim for a breakout to the top side, retest the previous resistance as support, and then come further back up. And then we will immediately make a new all-time high. But for now, yeah, we can see Bitcoin is creating a lot of bearish movement, and we are currently in this big downtrend on the daily time frame. Yeah, so this is the first big support, and we need to create a higher low, because this was the last low, and then we need to create a higher low for Bitcoin. And yeah, if we can maybe bounce from this level and aim for a revisit of this topside resistance, we can become a little bit more bullish again. And eventually we want to see that this resistance is getting broken on the daily time frame, and then we can become very bullish, because yeah, this is the last resistance for Bitcoin to break, and after that we will see a new all-time high. The first altcoin I want to discuss with you is Ethereum. Of course, Ethereum had a lot of bullish news coming in for the spot ETF. We saw a big rise for Ethereum after this news about the Ethereum ETF, and yeah, the expectations are that the Ethereum spot ETF will go live on the 2nd of July. But for now we are going to see also this bearish move for Ethereum, and that is of course because Bitcoin is also in a downtrend. Yeah, we broke above this huge resistance / support area. We fell below it, and yeah, it looked like we retested the support, but yeah, we also fell below this one. And after that we retested this support level as resistance, and then we come further back down. And yeah, this will be a very interesting support to look at if you want to maybe enter the market in a long, or maybe just enter in a spot market buy. This is a very interesting point, and we can see a lot of touch points in the past as resistance and support. So if we're going to see a bounce of this previous resistance and turn it into support, this will be a very interesting accumulation zone. And from there we can maybe revisit this resistance on the top side, and maybe force a breakout to the top side. Then we can create more bullish price action for Ethereum. But for now I'm looking at a buy order at this region. So I will place a limit order here, and when Ethereum is going back down there, I will enter the market there. Because I think Ethereum will have a very good bullish cycle this cycle, because we have a spot Ethereum ETF coming in, and this will also create a lot of inflows into the market for Ethereum. So yeah, I think Ethereum will be trading above the $5,000 in a couple of months. And these are the times to be bullish, because everyone is bearish. You have to become greedy when everyone is running away in fear. The second altcoin I want to discuss with you is Vechain. We can see Vechain is in this huge support area, and we fell below this huge falling wedge formation on the daily time frame, and we are now back at this support area. So we have to hold this support, and we can see a little bit of a bounce last week. But for now, yeah, we are back at the support, and the more times we touch this support, it's getting weaker and weaker. So the one thing we don't want to see for Vechain is that we are going below this level and then retest the previous support as resistance and then come further back down, and that will be very, very bearish. We want to see a bounce from this level and invalidate this falling wedge structure. So we want to come back inside this falling wedge structure, maybe revisit this resistance area, and then force a breakout to the top side. But for now we have to be cautious, and yeah, this support area needs to hold. And if you have a look at the weekly time frame, we can see this yeah, this area had a lot of touch points in the past as support and resistance. So yeah, this could be a very interesting place for Vechain to buy more. And of course this will be a place to accumulate for me more Vechain, because yeah, we can see a lot of touch points in the history as resistance and support. So I think this will be a strong area for maybe a bounce. And of course I won't go all in at this place, but I'm always DCAing into the market in a downtrend. So if we fall below this level, maybe I will buy another bag of Vechain over here. But I'm also buying here, and I think I also did buy a little bit at this place. So yeah, when we are in the downtrend, you always have to DCA into the market, and when we are in an uptrend, you will have to DCA out of the market. That is my strategy at least. But for now I want to see a bounce for Vechain to the top side to become a little bit more bullish. And later this week we will see what happened for Vechain. So I will keep you updated about it on my Twitter. So this was it for today. Follow me on Twitter, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.